What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm gonna break down my Wacky Rig setup. To me, this is the best Wacky Rig setup there is. In this video, I'm gonna talk about my rod and reel combo, the line I like to use, the type of Senkos I like to use for my Wacky Rigs, and the hooks and terminal tackle and all that stuff. Then we're gonna break down the purpose of the Wacky Rig, how it's supposed to be fished, and then towards the end of the video, I'm gonna have a bunch of clips of me fishing a Wacky Rig, and you're gonna see the type of fish this rig can really catch. First, I wanna go over the most important part of Wacky Rig fishing, which I believe is the rod and reel combo. So, as you see here, I have an Abu Garcia BlackMaxx 30. That's my favorite type of reel I like to use. It's not too big, not too small, has good power, good drag setting, and I had it probably about 2 years now, and it's been pretty reliable. Now, when it comes to my rod, I like this is a Quantium 7-foot medium action Escalade HD IM8. That's a long name, but yep, that's the rod that I had. Also, I had this rod for about 2 years now. Wasn't that crazy of an expensive rod. I think it was like anywhere from like $40 to $60, something like that. It's probably cheaper now since I bought it last time, but yeah, I think anywhere probably 7 foot to like 7'2". It's just like size rod you want to have for a Wacky Rig. You can medium heavy. I would say I would stay around those range of type of rods. This rod right here in particular is a medium, but it has a lot more backbone than a typical like medium style rod. So it's kind of like a medium heavy at the same time. That's why I really like this rod right here. Like I said, I done caught some 4, 5, 6 pounders on this rod and reel. And yeah, that's it for the rod and reel. Pretty simple. Yeah, you can get away with probably a 6'10" if you really want, but like I said, stay between 7 foot, 7'2", and stay between medium and medium heavy rod, and you should be good. Next, I want to talk about line. So on my setup, I have 12-pound Sunline FC Sniper line. That's my fluorocarbon leader. This is what I like to use for my leader. So yeah, on a Wacky Rig, I do recommend using a Braid main line, then going to a fluorocarbon leader. For Braid, I like using this, what's it called? Yozuri Super Braid. I really trust this braid right here. You can find that at pretty much any Walmart and stuff. I like using a 15-pound main line, but you can go down to like 10, 12. But I like staying around 15, especially when you're fishing ponds and stuff. Like if it's super clear water, you might want to downsize your line, but yeah. So for my main line, 15-pound braid, Yozuri Super Braid. It's like, I think $10, $12 a pack. And then just really any type of fluorocarbon, but I like this Sunline brand right here. And with fluorocarbon, I would say for your leader, I would probably stay around that 12 to 8. 8 being the lowest I ever go with a leader, but 12 to 8 is probably the money spot for a leader. Now my go-to hooks for Wacky Rig fishing are these VMC Wacky hooks. Like these are perfect right here. These are 2/0 hooks right here. They come 6 in a pack. I think this costs like $4 to $5 right here. One of these packs. These are the ones I use probably majority of the time right here. Then if you want a little bigger hook because you think you might catch some bigger fish, I would probably go with these weedless Nico hooks. You can Wacky Rig them, and it kind of makes it a little bit more weedless, and you get a bigger hook profile. There you go. Both of these aren't crazy expensive. Like these are good solid hooks. VMC is probably, I would say, probably have some of the best hooks in fishing right now, and I would definitely recommend using these right here for my Wacky Rig setup. Now, I think this is the most second important part of Wacky Rig fishing is making sure you have the right type of Senko. Me personally, I like heavier style Senkos with a lot more salt in them that sink a little bit faster, and you can get a better cast distance with them. So my absolute favorite Wacky Rig Senkos are these KVD Ochos right here. And this is one of my favorite colors right here. Amistad Special. They're kind of tough to find this particular color, but I mean, you look around, you could look online, you'll definitely find them. But in store, it's a little bit tougher to find this particular like color. But yeah, Amistad Special and Watermelon Red Flake are my two go-to ones, especially with these KVD Ochos. Now recently, I've been trying these right here, these Power Bait Generals. I've heard a lot of good things about these. I fished them. I have a video up right now of me fishing these, and they work really well. They also have a good amount of salt in them, so they sink like faster. They're not as heavy as the Ochos, but they do sink pretty well. And I caught like 16 fish with these. Like Wacky Rigs in general are fish catching baits, and I caught like 16 fish with these, and I still have like 2 or 3 in the pack. And they come like, I think 8 in a pack. And then also I like these Crush City Pig sticks right here. This is the plum color. I also like plum, especially come springtime and stuff like that. And then that plum or that June bug colors and during spring, those are best ones to use. And yeah, those are my 3 Senkos that I love to use when it comes to Wacky Rig fishing. So now I want to go over how to rig the Wacky Rig. My personal favorite way to rig it is taking one of these hooks and going vertical. So I like to hook it with the hook facing this way. A lot of people rig it this way with the hook facing horizontally on the bait like this. I personally think that way you can catch fish on it, but I feel like it snags a lot easier, and I feel like it gets a lot of grass and stuff on it a lot easier. So I like to take it like this, vertically, take my hook, go kind of towards the middle, not all the way in the middle, but just enough in the middle. I would say you want your tip of your hook to come out in the middle of the bait. You don't necessarily need the hook to sit in the middle of the bait, but you want your hook to come out in the middle of the bait. And you don't want to go all the way down through the Senko. Just like that. You kind of want one side a little bit longer than the other. I typically like the pointy side being longer and the flat side being like that. And this is the action that this bait is supposed to make in the water that triggers fish. I think rigging it vertically also gives a little bit better action. The only downside of like hooking it directly to the bait is you tend to lose a lot of Senkos like this. Fish tend to tear them up and throw them out fast. So a lot of people, there's 2 different ways a lot of people fix that. Well, 3 different ways actually. You have O-rings, which is probably the most common way I would say people fishing. People fix that. You basically just take the little O-ring, put it in the middle of the bait, and instead of hooking directly to the bait, you just put it underneath the O-ring. The second way is kind of like taking like an old pin or something, taking a spring out of that pin and like just twisting it down halfway through the bait right here, and then sticking the hook through that spring and the bait. And then like this new way that's really popular is the VMC crossover rings. I personally haven't tried them, but I do think that way makes the most sense when you look at them, because it's kind of like an O-ring, but it gives you the option to hook it vertically or horizontally on the bait. Now when it comes where to throw the Wacky Rig, I recommend using a Wacky Rig basically to target different structure and points on a pond. If you see a ripple, even if you see a ripple in the water, I recommend just throwing a Wacky Rig at it. That's how I fish the Wacky Rig. I just don't throw it out in the middle and just twitch it forever. I don't do that, me personally. I like throwing under docks. I like throwing at rocks, falling down trees, just anywhere, grass lines, ripples, anywhere like that. I use the Wacky Rig to target specific spots. I like to work the bank with the Wacky Rig. I think it's a great way to fish shallow. Some people twitch it slow and work the Wacky Rig slow, which definitely catches fish. I'm a little too impatient for that. So for me, I throw it in there, throw it to a spot, I let it sink. That's really important. A lot of times you're gonna get bites on the fall, so you let it sink. So when it's sinking, if you don't get a bite, I say twitch it 6 to 8 times, not in a row, like 1, 2 pops, wait a little bit, 1, 2 pops, wait a little bit, 1, 2 pops, wait. Twitch it like that. If you don't get a bite by like that eighth or 10th pop, then I'll reel it back in and throw it back to another spot. That's how I work it. That's like, I might even throw it to the same spot, and so it can fall down again, and maybe a fish will see it and hit it like that. I don't sit there and twitch it for 2, 3, 4 minutes slow. That's just not the way I like to fish the Wacky Rig, and I feel like I catch plenty of fish on it, the fishing the way I do fish it. Now, before we get into the actual fishing part of this video, I want to tell everybody, please like and subscribe. We're at like 70, I want to say at the time of me recording, we're at like 76 subscribers. And hey, this is a small channel we're trying to grow. And hey, if y'all like these type of videos, please like and subscribe. Recommend what other videos y'all would like to see. I'm currently doing a giveaway on my Instagram. My Instagram is Brian B. Basson. There's no Brian B. Basson all together, no period or no underscore, nothing like that. The link to the giveaway will be down below in the description. Please go over there, follow, like, do everything you can to get in that giveaway. It's gonna be a lot of great baits I'm gonna be giving away to one lucky winner. And yeah, let's get into this video. Hey, watch some of these fish I catch. This, despite what people say, the Wacky Rig is not only a fish catcher, because a lot of people say it does catch a lot of fish, but a lot of fish are small, which I would say is true. But you can catch some really, really big fish with the Wacky Rig, especially depending on what body of water you're fishing and where you're throwing it. So I done caught 4, 5, 6 pounders with the Wacky Rig. It's one of my favorite baits, and y'all about to see why in these clips coming up. Yeah, I got it on. Told y'all I'm about to pull the bass out of there. I gotta get them in though. Yeah, he got some solid weight. Coming in your way. Got him. Grab him. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about right here. Told y'all about to pull the bass out of there. What'd you say? That's about 2, maybe 3?
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5, maybe 3. Corner in the mouth. Get in it. Get in the net. I got it up here. I got the net up here. Right here. Don't shake it. Don't shake it. That's what I do. That's what I do, baby. That's what I do. Yep. Oh my gosh, this might be my biggest. Yep. Look at this, people. This might be my biggest. Look at that fish. Look at that. Look at this, people. Yeah, it go out farther than you think.
Yeah, I figured. I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't even thinking about it. Usually I look at that tree. And we can fish it out here.
Nah, it's a bass. Yeah. Gotta keep them down. Wait. Yes, sir. That's what we talk about, people. This one is like a 3-pounder right here. That's one.
2 pound what? 7
2 pound 9. Right in the corner of the mouth. I got him right in the corner of the mouth.
You got him around that tree.
Yep. I saw the swirl. I threw right there. Popped it a couple times. He came up and ate it. That's what we talk about right here.
Got him on your camera?
Yeah. Look at that. gosh, the third big one. Man, my camera was off. But that's a nice size one.
Huh?
Right, this is a nice size one. Right in the corner of the mouth. Look at that.
Yeah, you can weigh him.
Yeah. Look at that bass. That's a big bass right there.
The other one of them shot with what?
Healthy bass. Oh my gosh, another one.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, he came back for it. He came back for it. He came back for it. Better grab the net. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, baby. He came back for it. That's what I'm talking about right there. Look at this nice bass. Look at that, people. Look at that fat bass. Dang, that's a pretty bass right there. Right in the corner of the mouth. Good hook set. Had the drag set perfectly. I would give this one maybe 3. Maybe 3. Yeah, that's a nice bass. Let's get him back though. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Wacky Rig, baby. There we go. Oh man. He's gonna jump. Keep that pressure on him. Keep that pressure on him, BJ. Don't jump. Don't jump. Beautiful bass, beautiful bass. Beautiful bass. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean,
You already know I'm the best in the nation.
you need your own net man sometimes. You gotta be your own net man sometimes, bro. A biggin. I told you I was gonna make up for those ones I lost earlier. And that's what we do. That's what we do right there. That's what we do right here. Look at this. Look at that bass. Let's get a weight on them then back. Then we're gonna get them back in. Four, 8. 4.8 right there. 4.8. Beautiful bass right here. Beautiful. Biggin. Let's get them back. Wacky Rig, bro. You catch big fish on it. People always say, oh, it's just the numbers bait. Bro, that scale is the numbers you need to worry about.